Everyone is talking about how companies are trying to force employees back into the office. If you've been following the media, you'll notice companies like Amazon, Home Depot, Apple, and UBS are trying to get employees back into the office. But since the popularity of remote work has been ingrained within the American corporate culture since COVID-19, so why all of a sudden are American CEOs trying to get employees back into the office? It's not just about productivity like they say it is, because research has shown that 68% of employees actually say that working remote is more productive for them. And generally, employees like it because it gives them an increased sense of flexibility, autonomy, and better work-life balance. So again, if it's not about productivity, what is it about? But if you widen the scope and look at the reasons why CEOs want employees back in the office, it can all be drilled down to control, visibility, real estate justification, and soft layoffs. So let's dive deep and see what that actually means. So the first reason of RTO is what companies tell the media. It's for culture, productivity, innovation, and increased collaboration. Again, this is the public-facing reason companies like to give, because CEOs say that working in the office allows employees to work together and collaborate more often, and that this could lead to better brainstorming, faster communication, stronger team culture. And while this may be true, a lot of the office work can also be done reliably at home as well. So if we look deeper into the actual reasons why companies are introducing RTO mandates, one of them include control, visibility, and accountability. And this is a far bigger reason than just culture, innovation, and collaboration. Because by making people work at the office instead of home, managers and executives are able to have more visibility into what their employees are doing. Because seeing them in the office gives them a heightened sense of accountability, and they feel like that employees are going to be more productive because they can visually see that employees are working there in the office. So remember, RTO is not always about productivity. Sometimes it's also about making work visible again. And another reason why all these big corporations and companies are introducing RTO mandates is because they have expensive offices. Many of these commercial leases that companies pay for their offices have multi-year contracts, so 3 to 5 year contracts. And by having empty floors, companies just don't have that cost justified. So that's why they're also introducing RTO mandates to get people back into the office so that they feel their investment in that office space is justified. Because if a company is paying millions of dollars for an office space and they're not even using it, they might feel like they're wasting that money. But in the recent years, there's a bigger reason looming for these RTO mandates. And it's not just about the real estate value or the increased sense of control and visibility. There is a much darker reason looming behind it. And this is called soft layoffs. And soft layoffs is a strategy that companies can use to reduce their headcount without announcing or going through formal layoffs. So by introducing RTO policies, many remote workers are going to be frustrated, and some of them outright might even want to quit that job, especially the ones who have long commute, busy parents, and employees who live at different cities, because in their mind, they would rather get another job than being forced back into the office. And by having people voluntarily quit, companies can reduce severance costs while also achieving their goal of reducing headcount. And because employees quit on their own merit, companies usually avoid the bad PR that can come along with a traditional layoff. So all of the factors behind RTO policies can be quite complex. You can never really pin down a specific reason for being the sole driver of RTO, because even though there's some benefits, there's also some cons to it. On one hand, executives like it because it gives them more control, more visibility, and it also makes sure that the office space is being used. But there's plenty of research that has shown that remote workers can be more productive working at home than at the office. So for some employees, being forced back into the office may feel like a pay cut because of the additional expenses that may arise on things such as commute, childcare, and food expenditure. So if your company is going through RTO, there's two things that you might want to do. So the first thing is going to be try and negotiate a better structure for you. This could be negotiating a hybrid schedule or negotiating a salary increase in order to account for the additional cost of being asked to work back in the office. And secondly, if the company is taking away your remote flexibility without giving you the leverage that you're hoping for in order to justify the RTO, then you might want to start looking for new opportunities. And just before I end this video, if you are looking for help moving into a new role and you're interested in job hopping, you can click the link below in the description to learn more about what we do. We provide corporate professionals with one-to-one career coaching support, and we also apply to jobs on their behalf to save them time and reduce their effort. to help them get into their next role. And if you see the rest of our YouTube channel, we've helped plenty of people in multiple different role niches, people just like you who wanted to move into better, higher paying roles. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you until the next one.